My bad, my bad. I'm a little bit late, guys. I'm a little bit late. You know what I mean? Shout out to Angry Fan Sports. Let me get rid of that. Let me see. 1 second. Boom. There we go. Okay. I'm a little bit late, y'all. Shout out to Angry Fan Sports. He got a little bit busy today. And I didn't, I was we were supposed to go live this morning, then we switched it to nighttime. But he got a little busy, got real life going on. So I did not want to leave you guys hanging for the day. Shout out to Pete. Hey, Pete, I got your emails. Pete, I'm gonna drop the link. Pete, Tina, I saw Jay in the chat. Everybody pull up. Everybody pull up. Let's crash out. Let's do what we gotta do up here today. You know what I mean? Let's do what we have to do. Where should I start? And I'm a little bit late because my back was hurting. I was about to pull I was about to pull an Angel Reese, y'all. I could have pulled an Angel Reese on y'all and said my back was hurting and I can't come in. I can't get in the chair and do the show today. Hey yo. Hey yo. Angel on demon time. Angel on demon time. Y'all, hey, don't listen. She pulled the wool over their eyes. I ain't seen nobody do that. Yo, that's gangster. That just shows y'all the lack of professionalism, the lack of respect. Yeah, Angry Fan is out. He got the Angel Reese back injury. Shout out to Jay. Jay, I'm going to drop the link. Pull up. Angry Fan got the Angel Reese back injury. He can't do the show today. Oh, man. This is wild. This was wild, bro. I cannot believe she pulled that one. She done lost her mind. Bad Phil said unapologetically faking. Kelly Mari, what's up? What's up? What's up? Kent Carlson in there, my boy Kent. My dog. My dog. Listen, we gonna get into everything. Should we start with Angel Reese? Bro, we got Sue Bird and them all mad that Paige is not as popular as Caitlyn. As Paige is not as popular as Caitlyn. They're mad about it. They're mad. Hey. I don't know why they're acting like this is so confusing. I don't know why they acting like it's about anything other than the fact of one is exciting, one is kind of boring. Like, I don't know why they acting like it's so confusing. This whole thing is madness, man. I'm gonna drop the link and let's do what we gotta do, y'all, man. Let's get to it. You know what I mean? I really want to go in on this Angel Reese stuff, bro. This Angel Reese thing is crazy. I just dropped the link. Hit the link. I'll get like the first 3 people on with me. We get a panel and I'll continue to rotate people in and out. Everybody will get to join. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the mods. Hey, Lester's Banana. Salute, Lester. Much love to Lester. Lester been around since day one, for real, for real. Shout out to MD Telt. Post the link. I told you about Unrivaled Caitlin Clark. The link is in the chat. MD Telt, pull up, because you did. You definitely told me. Hit the link. It's in the chat for you. Pull up. Let's get to it. Let's not even play no games in here, man. I see Pete in the back. We gonna get right to it, man. We gonna get right to it. Don't go nowhere, Pete. Don't go nowhere, Pete, man. And then I want to know, hold on, man. Who the Fever supposed to play in the first round? I'm be real. I don't think the Fever gonna win a game in the playoffs, bro. I don't think we're gonna get a game off at all, for real. Look, I think we got the Aces. Yeah, the Aces they gonna smoke us. The Aces might just smoke us, you guys. Oh, we got Bad Feeling here. Bad Feeling here, Pete. All right, I'm gonna get y'all up right now. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Okay. I got you, Pete. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, we got Pete. Boom. I'm unmuting you, Pete. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab MD. And I'm gonna grab Phil. Okay. MD, you there?
I am here. And if you could see me, I would be shaking my head just like you.
Hey, okay, hold on. Let me grab Phil real quick. Let me add Phil in because he was here. He got to the party early.
What's up,
We
Phil?
got Phil.
Hey guys.
All right. MD, I'm gonna let you go. Pete, you there? Pete, you there? Oh, we got an echo on somebody.
I don't think it's me.
You? Okay. Phil, you got an echo. You might have YouTube on in the background or something. But you have an echo. Let me unmute you and see. Okay, I unmuted you. Unmute yourself, Phil. Man, we got to get to it today.
Indeed.
Right. How's that?
I think I can hear myself a little bit in yours.
You can.
Yeah.
I hear a bit of an
Maybe
echo
it's because I
too.
got my earpods on.
Oh yeah, take the earpods out. I think that's what it is.
All right, man.
Okay, yeah, you good now. Hold on. Do you still hear it? Yeah, disconnect the AirPods. Hey, Pete, you there?
I'm here, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my boy Pete. All right, before we get started, let me read this. Shout out to Lester. At day one.
Oh,
Lester said Asia gonna send AB to Waffle House. Chow. Listen, Lester. I don't think. Listen, when Aaliyah Boston, for some reason, when she go up against people her size, she just kind of folds sometimes, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Maria, I'm gonna add you in a second. I want to do like 3 people at a time. Don't go nowhere. Stick around. But shout out to Lester's Banana. I appreciate your donation. I appreciate your generosity. Much love to you. I think Asia's gonna destroy Aaliyah Boston in the playoffs. It is what it is. All right, MD, go.
okay. Let's get into this CBA Unrivaled, a potential CC going Unrivaled. I saw your video earlier. You sounded just like me 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You sounded just like me. I was like, wait a minute, I heard that before. And you were reading the article.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? A couple weeks ago, I was fighting you on it, MD.
You
was
were.
right.
Yeah, you were. You and Agri. You guys were not receptive. Now, here's where I'm going to give you some kudos, some props. You said earlier today, hey, I want to see 4-on-4. I'm with you on that. I want to see something that resembles basketball too. 5-on-5. We know they got the cheddar to make it happen if they want to do it.
Yeah.
But that big check that I was trying to tell you about that is there. We know it's there now. With that backing, and why not? I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what a deal, but there's some talking going on behind there. And just think what an FU this would be to the league if they're still locked out by the time that starts.
Yeah.
Because some folks believe that it's all on the players. If they don't play, this lockout is going to cost them. It's also going to cost them owners too. 200 large, which they're going to get the most of. So everybody's going to hurt from a lockout. So
man, this is a conflict of interest, man. Yo, Brianna Stewart and the Fisa Collier, y'all a piece of work.
Okay,
this is a real conflict of interest,
and I'm going to get into that a little bit too. Okay. Let's just say YouTube comes to you and says, you know what, Vision, I'm not going to let you post to TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter. I know you're an independent contractor and you're not really classified as an employee. And you know what? Even though in our agreement, you can do whatever the heck you want, I don't want you to do it. Not to mention, for the last 28 years, I haven't really paid you very much compared to other athletes, and I'm going to encourage you to go play another league so you can supplement your income. The conflict of interest argument doesn't hold up, brother. Not like that. Not the way people are talking about it. It does not. Not to mention, the Unrivaled stuff, they were planning that before they were talking about this CBA, when the owner still had the players over a barrel. And now that the tables have turned, oh my goodness, it's the end of the world. Here's another thing. In that very article that you read, Unrivaled tried to work a deal with the WNBA to be a developmental league, and they said no. Now you want to cry? Oh my goodness. So so and so's doing this. Come on, man. They haven't made
Okay.
money for 28 years. And you want to cry about XYZ?
Damn. Phil, what
Come
you think?
on, man. Really? Yeah. If you
Let
want to
Phil
argue,
let Phil chime in. Phil,
Okay.
what you think about this? We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Pete, you there? Unmute yourself, Pete.
I'm here.
Oh shit. Accent. Go unmute yourself again, Pete. My bad.
I'm here.
All right, go ahead, Pete.
What do you want to know about
Hey,
the
Phil,
CBA?
Phil, leave out and come back in and I'll re-add you. Your audio might have got disconnected when you switched out of your AirPods. So just go back to the YouTube and hit the link again and come back in. Go ahead, Pete.
You want me to touch on something in particular?
Let's start with the whole Unrivaled CBA because
Okay.
Unrivaled got an evaluation of $340 million overnight. Hey, 9 months. I'm not saying it's something, but it could be. I don't know. Go ahead.
just think why that dropped right now. We're just gonna put it out right now.
Go ahead, Pete.
Well, I can pretty much guarantee you that valuation is not due to their performance in 2024, but rather due to a sudden cash infusion they probably had.
Pete's
Okay,
correct.
that's what that is.
Absolutely.
It's one company that's the main investor. I looked it up a while ago. I forget their name, but they help
That's
a lot
good.
of yes, they help a lot of startups and innovative businesses. Listen, my point is I don't want CC to play in a rival because the same reason as last year. It's a much less regulated league than the WNBA. If you think they were trying to end her shit in the W,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna murder her in Unrivaled.
Okay.
Okay, it's less regulated. There's less accountability.
Mm.
So they're gonna really set out to injure her. I wouldn't want her to do it. There's a major conflict of interest, like you said, with Fee and Brianna. I can't believe the NBA is letting them do this, but you know what? I'm not surprised because what the NBA doesn't give a shit about the W. I mean, I think I said it here before on this panel. When you're trying to watch Breaking Bad reruns and your toddler's like bothering you and you're like, here, take my phone, go play video games. That's what they did with the W. They're like, here goes the league. Go play. Go play. And so they don't really care. They don't really care. And I think they're going to cave on a lot of shit. I don't think they're going to give them everything they want because they're out in La La Land with their demands, but they're going to cave a lot, in my opinion, like women's soccer did. And I'm going to repeat the same reason that I've said before. You don't expand by 3 teams if you're planning to lock out, to play hardball and lock out. Okay, lock the players out. They added 3 new teams. That's money. That's money that investors spent, and it's not just to buy the team. It's infrastructure. It's personnel. It's a lot of shit. Okay, so I think they'll get a
Hey,
deal
Pete,
done, but I think
Pete.
it's a major conflict. Yeah.
Hey Pete, not to even cut you off, Phil. I'm gonna let you jump in. But shout out to Retro in the chat, one of the OG mods. Shout out to Retro. She said something to feed into your point of because I read this earlier too, Retro, where it said the highest TV rating game they had was 300,000. So like on average, it wasn't even half of what the WNBA's ratings was. So when I saw 340 million, I'm like, damn, that can't be from the ratings. You know what I mean? So I think you're 100% right when you talk about the influx of
Yeah.
investment.
Oh yeah. But that also proves to you, before Phil goes, I'm sorry, that also proves to you that it's more about agenda than it is about actual revenue and profit.
Okay.
What
Phil,
do you
go
mean
ahead.
by agenda, Pete? What do you mean by agenda?
Well, that, if they went by the performance of Unrivaled last year, I don't think anybody in their right mind would have given them that cash infusion. Okay? They're pushing agendas. They're pushing agendas just like the WNBA.
What
Okay.
agenda specifically? What are you referring?
What
Cultural, political? What are we talking about?
activism,
Okay.
whether it's LGBTQ, whether
Okay.
yeah, they're pushing agendas, and
Okay.
when people say the WNBA doesn't seem to care about losing money, no, they care more about their activism. They're willing to burn it all down as long as they can keep their activism. You see what I mean? They're delusional like that. They want their cake and eat it too. That's where I was going.
Where do you place any of the blame on the owners for this kind of dysfunction that goes on? Because 28
Mm.
years and you lose money,
Absolutely.
how do you have a leg to stand on for XYZ
28 years and I'm losing money. Look, I might not do nothing with you if I lose money for 28 days. You know,
right, right.
if I lose $5 a day dealing with you for 28 days, we not hanging out on the 29th, buddy.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I place a lot of blame. To answer your question quickly, I'll give you one example of the quintessential, typical WNBA, Renee Montgomery. You not like us? Fuck off. Go away.
Yeah.
That's a great business model. Let me tell you.
Hey Pete, Phil, go ahead.
Yeah,
Well, can you hear me?
yeah.
Yes, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Well, I agree with Pete on a lot of things. I just think I'm not so concerned about their cause. I think that's what's wrong with the league, right? That's why you still got these dinosaurs limping around and still making the All Star game. Okay, and I know I like Chelsea Gray, but come on, man, she
She
couldn't
run like
even
she got a
she,
piano
she
on her back. She can't move. She
no, she
can't
couldn't
move.
even play when she went to the Olympics, right?
Couldn't
So
play.
so all she did was screw CC out of a medal.
That's, yep.
And
We got
and
my
what
bad,
I'm
Phil.
saying
We
is,
got, we got
look
Alicia
at the
Clark.
basketball. Look at the basketball the way it is. There is no unrivaled league if you can't play 100 players. But the fact is, look at the games that we watch. There aren't 100 good women basketball player in the country. There just aren't. People are not going to watch that shit. I don't care if it's 1-on-1, 3-on-3, 15-on-15. I don't care if they're mud wrestling at halftime. They're not going to watch that crap. They can't find 100 good ball players, and now they're going to expand 3 teams. So I think everything's in trouble. I do.
Mm,
I think they're all in trouble. But I don't think CC should play in rivals. She's the face of the WNBA. She would be she would be destroying her stock. You can say whatever you want to about the value of the unrivaled. That's based on how much investment they have.
okay.
It turned 30 million in gross revenues last year. They don't tell us how much they said they turned a profit. Okay,
No,
how
they
much?
said they came close. They said they
It
came
came
close to
close.
turning a pro.
Yeah.
They was in the
Okay.
red just a little bit is from what they
Yeah.
said
Well,
though.
that means
We
they don't
lost
get that
money,
means
but we only lost a little bit of money.
yeah, that means they don't get to go out with you on the 29th day again.
Yeah,
So
that's
so
right.
I'm saying they can put any value they want on something, put it up for sale, and let's see what it brings. I'm saying they're watering down the league because they don't have talent. We're
Mm,
watching the WNBA, hoping to see a new game. They're not going to be worth any money. Asia Wilson can play.
mm-hmm.
She can play the modern game. You know who can barely play it anymore?
Oh,
Kelsey Plum. You know who's having trouble struggling playing it? Natasha Howard.
Definitely.
On and on and on. These old dinosaurs, they're going to keep them around because oh my God, they were here forever, so they deserve to cash in. Write them a check and get rid of them, and have a
you
senior league.
you are Phil. You are I listen. I'm with you. Look, I still got the walker right here for Natasha Howard.
Right.
Walker. But look, this Walker is not just for Natasha Howard. Alicia Clark is 38, stealing money from these young girls. She's done. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you aged out before the money came in, but things happen like that. There's
Yeah.
no way Alicia Clark should be stealing a spot and some girl from college is getting cut and all. Like, no, I'm with Phil 100%. Get some of these old fossils out of here.
And get the modern game up and running. Let's
With,
face it.
Officials. We need the
Right.
officials to assist in the modern game as well.
And we need the college coaches to
I,
also. If you look back, and you don't have to look back hard, the league is full of players from three teams. That tells you that's all the players there are, right?
Hmm.
That's all the players there are. There's only enough players to have three or four dominant teams in the United States in college. Where the hell do you think you're going to find 150 good basketball players to entertain fans who are supposed to be spending hundreds of dollars on merchandise, thousands of dollars on season tickets? You're out of your mind. Get rid of these dinosaurs, and you'll see people watch the game.
hey Phil, can I ask you? I got a couple questions for you.
Sure.
Do you agree with the narrative that women's college basketball is producing more and more better players as
Yes.
compared to 20 years ago? Okay, and the
Oh,
second,
absolutely. Because 20 years ago, the only thing that brought women's college basketball into the forefront was Title IX. The only thing that you got to
that was
remember
more than
is,
50 years ago.
well, maybe,
It
but it's the
was.
only thing that
Not a
brought
maybe.
it into being today. And if you went back to when, I don't care, uh, Cheryl Swoops was playing. Once they started playing real basketball, full court, all you needed was a player who could dribble, had a handle, and could make a layup because they could score 40 points a game because they didn't know how to play defense.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and today, and then it developed into what it is now, is why you see all the dominant players are in the post
yeah.
because the coaches went with the, well, if I find somebody tall enough. And what's the other thing? There ain't a woman in the NBA can jump. There ain't. Not. I mean, they can't. They just can't jump. If I was going to get me a basketball player to entertain, I'd go get me a high jumper.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
I'd
mm.
go get
My,
me
my,
a long jumper, a broad jumper,
my
a
second
triple jumper.
question
I'd
for
get
everybody is
somebody that
this.
could
One,
jump.
You got a
one
couple that
second,
can jump.
MD. One second, MD. Let me read. Shout out to Lester. Much love, much
Wow.
love. If they want Paige to generate a buzz, they should rename the Wings to the Dallas University.
Paige Beckers can't jump.
That might work. Here's my other question for Phil. Do you
Hey,
think
Lester, Lester, that was a good one.
do you think
That was
we're
a
in the
good one,
middle
Lester. That was a good one.
do you think we're in the middle of a professional women's basketball bubble right now?
I do.
Okay. What do you think, Vision? You think
Wait,
that's a plausible
go,
case?
go further. Go deeper, further.
Okay, so we
Please.
have all-time interest. If we don't have a Clark injury this year, the numbers would be enormous. Are we looking at peak right now to where something major happens, interest wanes because of what the guys have talked about activism or bad basketball that Phil's talking about? There ain't enough good players. Could we be in the middle of a bubble? Like he just said, yes.
Pete, what you think?
Uh, I think they haven't reached their ceiling. However, they fumbled royally this year. It's probably the biggest bag fumble in sports history, to be honest with you. What they did this year, I called it last year as soon as Indiana got the All Star game. I said they're going to ramp up the fans are racist shit. They're going to target CC even more. They're going to try to sabotage the All Star game. And don't be surprised if they protest. They didn't
I
protest
thought they
it.
was gonna protest it, Pete. I'm with you on that. There was a point in
Yeah,
time where I thought the players was gonna be like, "Oh, Indiana's racist. We're not going." I thought that was gonna happen.
that's where
To
it
be
was.
honest.
Brother, you weren't wrong. That's where it was headed. Okay, that's where it was headed. But once CC went down, they didn't see the need to because they knew interest was going to drop like a rock with CC not playing in the All Star game. Otherwise, you're absolutely right. They would have protested. I mean, that was their shot. I mean, first you got the Olympics where they messed up. Now the All Star game. I mean, CC's sophomore season, just you know what? It's fumble after, and you can't. You know what? Let's not even call it a fumble. Let's call it self-sabotage, because a fumble, some people could attribute that to just mistakes. These weren't mistakes. These were engineered. These were orchestrated. Okay, and they fucked up. I'm sorry, they fucked up. They fucked up. I don't think they've reached their peak. I think they could still peak. But you know what? Just go. There's something I realized. That cash infusion, these people are getting ready to make a power move. They're going to force the owner's hands, and that money, a lot of it is going to go to increasing. They were supposed to increase to a roster of 46 players in Unrivaled for 2025. They're going to try to bring, I guarantee you, over 100 players over. I guarantee you that's what a lot of that money is for.
If you get
Hey,
locked out,
Pete,
what are you supposed to do?
I think, hey man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. For one, I think that if the WNBA locks out, I think Unrivaled is gonna try to go 5. I think they're gonna flip everything
Yeah.
and try to go 5-on-5. I believe that. But I'm gonna be honest, Pete and Phil. I'm with y'all. Yo, MD is on to something, bro. When he called up a couple weeks ago, I was against what he was saying, but he's on to something, bro. And I'm looking at. Look at all of the events this year that led up to this point.
Exactly.
We had an entire state get called racist. Mind you, I have family, Gary, Indiana, Indianapolis, blacker than me. And, you know what I'm saying? We had an entire state of people called racist. We had fake race noises. We had a fake investigation. We had fans getting we had players getting fans ejected for laughing at wigs falling off. We had toys being thrown. Bro, this has been an atrocity. So much so. That's not even mentioning the Indiana Fever scamming the people and hiding Caitlin Clark's injuries and all of this stuff. So much so. ESPN, First Take, Fox, Colin Cowherd, Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, they all have checked out on the WNBAs. MD is, when he's talking about this is a bubble and they may have blown it, bro, he's on to something. I've seen multiple major names in sports media say they are checked out on the WNBA. This was a generational fumble. Yeah. I don't know if if a lockout on top of it, I don't know how they I don't know how they recover, to be honest.
Last week, Vision, I told you that it's going to get a little bit hot, but ESPN, NBC, Ion, Amazon, and CBS are all media partners. They'll put pressure on those owners to get something done one way or another, because when you're paying $200 large, you want some lemonade for your lemons. So,
Right.
And so far as like the guys who aren't talking about it, like Cowherd, that clip you showed, he'll be back once Clark is back and it's interesting again. They don't have any media rights.
But you see, the thing is, and this kind of leads us to, we're gonna get into the Angel Reese quitting and my back hurts. We're gonna get into that guy. Don't worry. This is the appetizer. We're gonna get to the steak and potatoes and all of that. What you just said, Colin Cowherd will be back when Caitlin Clark is back. Is it because he has some weird affinity for her? No. Hold on. This leads into the conversation with Sue Bird saying, why PAIGE isn't as popular as Caitlin, and when you go on ESPN, there aren't enough articles about women's back. These people don't care about none of us personally.
Yeah.
They talk about the Cowboys every day on ESPN. Why? Because of the ratings. People show interest in it.
Right.
You can't force people
Right.
to be interested in something they're not interested to. And if I come to your restaurant all the time, you can't tell me the burger is the best thing on the menu when I walk around and I see tacos on everybody's plate. We tell you what is the best thing. You can't dictate to us what we like. And it's almost like Sue Bird and some of these other people are trying to dictate what we should be watching, who ESPN should be playing. Caitlin gets 41 because people want to see it.
Right.
You can't
Right.
force people to buy tickets to a Dallas Wings game. You can't tell me she's this big star and they're third worst in the league in attendance because the
Right.
people have said, I'm not entertained enough to go and spend my money to watch it.
Right.
Right.
But when
Right.
it comes to Caitlyn, the people have said, I'm willing to plan my day and spend my money to watch it.
Right.
But it's almost like they want to leave what we spend our money on null and void and just tell us where we have to go spend.
Exactly. Yeah, of course. Of
So
course.
they like, what do you guys think about the whole Paige should be as popular as Caitlyn and all of this stuff going on?
It's. I think that comes from a place of, hey, I've been in the league for 10 years. I paid my dues. I won my championships. But really, before 2 years ago, how many people have heard of Sue Bird or any of the other all-time greats? They didn't
Yeah.
move the needle. They knew they didn't move the needle, but so they're still thinking about that. She's a multi-time decorated Olympian championships, but you want like a bit of reparations or something. But she knows that Paige doesn't move the needle. They all know that. They just don't want to acknowledge it, and they want to continue to fight for
And
their
I
people.
Exactly.
keep seeing the goalposts
Exactly.
move. First, it was about race. Diana Taurasi, prior to Caitlin Clark, Diana Taurasi is my favorite women's basketball player ever. Diana Taurasi's white. She never moved the needle like this. I'm a Sue Bird fan. I watched Sue Bird in college. She didn't move the needle like this. It's not about race. It's not about who she votes for, whether she's Republican, Democratic. Nobody cares. It's not about her sexual orientation. It's not about any of that. She's entertaining. One
Right?
is entertaining and one is not. And everybody, these people keep trying to make it about something else.
Can I? Can
Phil,
I?
go off.
Yeah.
Can I say something? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead, Pete. Then Phil jump in.
Okay. I just want to add real quick regarding the previous topic. You know what's the problem with Unrivaled is? They think they're going to usurp the WNBA, replace the WNBA. The problem with that is one of the owners of Unrivaled is Brianna Stewart, who has been one of the most vocal people in calling Fever fans racist. Okay? So if CC goes over there, don't think that's going to change. And the problem there is now you have Stewart as an owner, so the buck stops with her. There's no accountability for her, so she can talk as much as she wants. Because she's policing herself. Okay, we investigated ourselves and we found nothing. All right, so that's one thing. Also, you know what? It would be one thing if you were transplanting personalities and going to Unrivaled. Cool, maybe you got a chance, but the same people would be transferring over and it would be player owned. Do you think they're going to behave any better? They're going to behave worse because they'll have less accountability. It's going to be a disaster. That's on that. On this topic here with Paige, listen, when Caitlin went on her pod and she made those comments about basketball IQ, whatever. I hated that she went on Sue Bird's podcast. People were defending it, and I told people, I said it. Give it 2 or 3 weeks. You're gonna be shitting on Sue Bird again. She's gonna say something out the other side of her mouth, and sure enough, poof, here we are. Okay, she's not Cece's friend. Okay,
Caitlyn
why?
got to stop acting naive, though,
Thank you.
man. Like,
Thank you. Why would you fucking trust the woman who married? Why would you trust the judgment of the woman who married Megan Rapijo? That's all I gotta say. Why would you trust her judgment?
hey, Jay, pull up. J242, pull up.
But this is Yukon Mafia. This is Yukon Mafia all the way. I don't think Paige deserves Rookie of the Year, but she's gonna get it. What can you say?
Okay.
It's just Yukon Mafia. That's all. You know Paige bent the knee, so she's got an easy pathway.
All right. All right. Phil, go ahead, man. What you think?
Well, I think all roads lead back to Yukon, right? So the reason people think Paige Beckers is so much better than Caitlin Clark is because she was the point guard at Yukon. If and who was Caitlin Clark? People still have it in their head that she was playing Division III basketball or something when she broke the scoring records of Pete Maravich. She was playing D1 ball. She played in the championship game 2 years in a row. They barely missed getting to the Final Four 3 years out of four, but she
Mm-hmm.
didn't play for mighty Yukon. So in people's minds, she can't possibly be as good as Paige Beckers, who did play for Yukon. That's all it is. If you watch the two of them play, I'd love to have uh, Paige Beckers try to play with Kelsey Mitchell. I'd like to see that. I will tell you how many shots. Neither one of them would ever get a fucking shot because Paige Beckers can't throw a pass to somebody that's going to dribble it all day long. She don't know what to do with herself. She, she'd be lost. But Caitlin Clark can play with anybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the beauty of watching her play. If you think that Cerzano that she played with at Iowa
I
was
like
an
Sinano.
all world player, how come she's not in the WNBA? She wasn't. Do you think Aaliyah Boston is better with Caitlin Clark than she is
Absolutely.
with Mitchell or Shea
Oh, that's
Petty
very
or
clear.
Oh,
That's very
yeah.
clear now.
I mean, but if you put Paige Beckers in the game with Aaliyah Boston isn't going to get the ball any more than she's getting it now. She's
Look
just
what
not because Paige Becker's going to make that dipsy do, drop her shoulder, shove you off, go to the paint, shoot the 12, 15 footer. And she's tremendous at it.
to,
But they let her get there.
to
They
Phil's
don't
point,
let
look what
Caitlin
happened to
Clark get
Enrico
there.
Gugbuwale. You haven't heard from her since.
Even Enrique passes
So
more than
so
Mitchell.
Paige Beckers is not the player Caitlin is because she can't make other players better and she can't perform at the level that Caitlin Clark can. Caitlin Clark will get to the rim, but she's not going to stop and take that pull up and get hammered by the three people that are on her. She's got three or four people on her by the time she gets mid range. That it's not that she can't shoot a mid range jumper. I like to see anybody who says she can't shoot a mid range go out and play her horse one on one mid range for $1 million. They'd be dead ass broke.
Phil, if I can tell you something really quickly, you're right because what's the point? I think a lot of times she passes it up because she does have the midi and she does have a floater, but I think she feels I'm not gonna get a freaking whistle anyway. What's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm better off shooting a three.
Well, by the time she goes to the mid range, they're usually doubling her and she's already dumped it off to somebody else for a bucket. Paige
Exactly.
Beckers is going to not get doubled and she's going to shoot that shot. And that's all it is. But I don't care about Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers
Me neither.
she's just another
Okay.
Yukon guard to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. We got Anthony. You can hear us? Uh,
Yeah, what's up, Doc? What's
what,
up?
what's your name? I see. I'm having a.
Man, you know,
What's your name?
I have a whole bunch of names. Man, it's Ant Dog, man.
Oh, this Ant Dog. I'm like, you look
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
familiar, but I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
see
yeah,
Ant
yeah,
Dog.
man. I forgot
Okay.
to change. I forgot to change on top. Yeah, this my actual YouTube. I mean, not the YouTube, but the Google name. I be
Okay,
changing.
okay.
Let you
Salute.
change.
My,
What's
my
good?
boy Ant Dog. Hey, look,
What's up?
what do you think? You got the runway. We spoke about the unrivaled valuation at 340 million. We speaking about Paige Beckers, Sue Bird having a problem with Paige Beckers not being as popular as Caitlyn. We not at Angel yet. We gonna get there. But what do you think about those first two things?
Well, the first thing I'm gonna keep it honest across the board. I don't know that much about it. I came in late, but the
Okay.
second thing, even though I don't know that much about it, if you say Sue Bird said this about Paige, that's just Yukon. That's just a Yukon taking up for a
See?
Yukon. Because if Paige went
Ant
to any
Dog
other
is
school,
a woman basketball historian, college. He know the
Yeah.
coaches, everything. Go
yeah.
ahead, Ant.
It's
Hey,
UConn.
if and did y'all? I don't know. Did y'all watch the Hall of Fame on Saturday? Her speech was kind of cheesy. I was like,
I didn't
wait a
even know
minute.
it was on, Ant Man.
Yeah, because I had to watch Mello. I had to watch Carmelo. I had to watch Dwight. I wanted to watch Sylvia Fowles and Maya Moore. So I wanted to make sure I watched them. But man, they had Sue Bird last, and
How
her.
many shots did Melo take? 30?
Yeah, at the podium.
nah, nah, man. Hey, man. Mello's speech was deep. I still think when it comes to Hall of,
Everybody off the stage. I'm going ISO.
hey, I think when it comes to Hall of Fame speeches, man, I think my top three will always top two I know will be Jordan. Then I think Iverson after that. Then number three is kind of up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Because Jordan's was hilarious, but Iverson gave a shout out to everybody. And Iverson, I think with Iverson because of my age, by me seeing Iverson's whole career and seeing the Georgetown seeing that whole thing. That's
Yeah.
what made that different. I didn't see. I
Love
saw.
AI, man. Love
I,
AI.
yeah, I was living Jordan. I was living all of Jordan career, but I don't remember the baby Jordan. I don't remember the Jordan that
Okay.
was the wild Jordan.
Hey,
But when it comes to this Super Bird thing, back to Super Bird, it's just. I mean, listen, there is not. I'm gonna tell you like this. When it comes to these Yukon players, right? I don't think there's ever going to be a Yukon player that's going to bring in a very they will be popular, but a crazy popularity like the players that we name it coming in soon because we all just know the thing. Because even we know they got some hoopers there now. Is Sarah Strong going to be like that in 3 years?
I think
She
Sarah
got the
Strong.
game.
I think Sarah Strong gonna be the number one pick. But
Yeah.
Like Phil said, just another great UConn
Yeah, that's
player.
what I'm saying. No. She's gonna be the one I'm gonna talk about is a popularity because
Yeah,
we didn't see this out of Diana. We didn't see this out
right.
of Stu, out of Diana. We didn't see it
And I,
out of Tina Charles. If anybody, we thought we might have got out of Maya Moore. No. And then okay, Brianna Stewart. No. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I tell people, man. UConn will always be a great college. They're the greatest women's college basketball program. But like I said, and they have some hoopers. It's not like these players aren't hoopers. But when
Right.
it comes to, I feel like on the popular masses, on like how like a Caitlin Clark got a popular. Cause a lot of people don't understand how Caitlin Clark got so loved because we're talking on women's basketball. When you're able to take a program like Iowa, even though yes, they're not they're in a Power Five conference, they're in Iowa, but they are not. I mean, they're in the Big Ten, but you know what I'm saying. It's not like
Bro, she
yeah,
had Travis
yeah.
Scott flying to Iowa for a basketball game.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I said
Like,
this,
what are we talking about here, man?
and I
Like
and
what?
And I said this earlier. When it comes to the women's college basketball, I have said this before. If you're playing for Gino, Dunn, Kim, those three coaches right there, because Tar Vanderbilt and Muff McGraw are retired. Those are the only other coach that has a national championship under her belt is Brenda Fries at Maryland, and you know none of that was 19 years ago. I'm sorry, 2006 when Christy Tolliver hit that three. But
Christy
like I said,
Tolliver was a bucket. Christy Tolliver
oh yeah,
played for
Christy
the.
Tolliver was a bucket. Christy Tolliver was a
Hold on,
bucket.
because a lot of people don't know that I was watching Ivory Ladd of North Carolina play like a little AI, Elena Beard at Duke. Like I know, I watch.
Okay. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
okay. Check this out, Keith Division. Sometimes you come across and kind of sound like you new to the thing, but you saying
Oh
names like
man,
Ivory Lotta and Elena Beard. Elena Beard, when people keep talking about, oh, somebody can play defense. All these guards I see out here, ain't nobody playing no perimeter D like Elena Beard. If anything come to
Mm-mm.
close, I would say, what's our girl? Sykes. Sykes do have that, but it's
Nice
still not on
guard.
that level. Not on that
Yeah,
level. That's why I be laughing when people like, oh, this guard can play D. This I like. Do y'all remember? Like when I look at a perimeter defender, I'm looking at like a Tamika Catchings or Elena Beard. I'm looking at them type of players. Now Ivory Lotta, when speed,
he
you
was
talk
cold.
about speed, man, cold,
Handle cold. Hey,
cold,
hold on.
cold,
Look.
cold,
All right.
cold.
Phil, PMD. Everybody, y'all done with your appetizers, right? Everybody's done with their appetizers. We can bring it. We can get to the entree. The steak.
I
The
get.
man bringing the steak out is ready to go.
I've
Pete,
got
I'm gonna
one
let you
more.
go. Go ahead, MD.
I
MD, go
got. I
ahead. One
got
more.
just one more thing. So, I think Clark can set some conditions if she were to go and play an Unrivaled, whatever that is, whether it's a bag or better officials or whatever, 5-on-5. She got the stroke to do something like that. The other thing, when we were talking about Cowherd, he doesn't talk baseball until playoffs. He doesn't talk college basketball till the March Madness,
Because nobody
or
cares.
or basketball till the playoffs. He talks college football and
NFL.
NFL. That's it. Now, so we were discussing the Sue Bird earlier. He's made more comments about Megan Rapinoe than Sue Bird, as far as
Yeah,
I can tell.
he has.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off, guys. It was great talking to everybody. Keep it up, Vision. I'm gonna see
MD.
you again.
MD, much love. Hey, you was spot on, brother. You was spot on. I
Hey,
gotta
can I
say.
just say one quick thing, and I'm going to be long before we go to the next thing. Whenever we
Look,
talk about Unrivaled, the reason why I don't speak that much on Unrivaled, I keep hold back on it. When it comes to basketball, especially on the full court basketball, I'm not really interested on 3-on-3. They're just like with football, 7-on-7. I look at that as practice stuff. So that's just
Hey,
my whole deal.
Ant,
What's
would
up?
you be interested if they went to at least 4-on-4 for this year? Would you be more interested?
I might give it a little bit more buzz. On the full court side, at 5-on-5, I can understand the 3v3 half court. I get that, but I look at 3v3 full court just like when they do this thing with football on 7v7. I mean, I get its purpose, but I just don't look at it as that. So
Same.
if
I
I'm
hear
wrong,
you.
I'll
I
go.
hear you, Mary. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'll chime you in next. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ant.
But that's it. That's it. We go to the next one. Go to
Okay.
the next
Okay.
subject.
Since Mary just got here, we're gonna start with her. Listen, the meal is here. Angel Reese did the Chicago Sky dirty last night.
Yeah,
Let's keep
she
it real.
did. She
She
did.
did them so dirty. For
She
one,
did.
I have one question too for the Sky. Does the first half suspension count even though she said she couldn't play anyway? Because technically, if she couldn't play anyway, then how was she suspended if she wasn't physically able? That's one. But two, yo, this is wild. For you, nobody up here believes this girl back was hurting. Let's be clear here. Your
No,
back wasn't hurting. Your back wasn't hurting when you was slapping Aaliyah Edwards across the face when y'all was playing Connecticut. All of a sudden, they suspend you for a half, and you tell these people 5 minutes before the game, yeah, I'm not gonna play today. My back is hurting. What? If that's not the biggest slap in the face, I don't know
oh
what is. Mary, go
God.
ahead.
Then she put the belt on over her little sweat whatever thing that she had on, the little sweat jacket. I was like, girl, you don't even have that thing on right. That's a prop. But no, I don't know. She is, how do I say, she wants off of this team. She should have did it the right way. She should have went, all this needed to be done behind closed doors. You don't air your dirty laundry out like that. And you pissed off your I mean your teammates. You call that other one old, the other one fat. I mean, it was awful. It was awful. And
Hey,
yeah, they should have suspended that whole half the game suspension thing was so stupid. Just suspend. We only have two more games left. You're suspended for this. Bye, Felicia. Go hang out with Caitlin. I mean, like honestly, that whole half, and she's just very defiant. She is very, and she thinks like this is how entitled and narcissistic and defiant she is. She wants to get on another team. They're watching this. You don't think they're watching? You think another team is going to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't care how much she rebounds. She ain't worth that. She going to wind up with Kennedy. And where's Kennedy? In Mexico making tacos?
But
Or
see,
she's
this the
Saudi
thing
Arabia
too. This the thing too.
smoking a
This
hookah,
the thing
whatever.
too. Pete, I want you to jump in. I just want to say this real quick. Pete, you jump in next. But also, yo, Mary is right. Other people or other players are seeing this. Other managers, coaches are seeing
Mm-hmm.
this. For one, if you even trying to go to another team, who's gonna want to deal with that? Two, you supposed to be Chicago is your team. So yeah, they suck, but they suck with you as the best player.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's not lose that. Two, if I'm a good player, why would I want to go to Chicago when the second something go wrong, she might go in the public and throw me under the bus with
Mm-hmm.
all this popular, like you're
Exactly.
not helping players come to Chicago by doing that. Pete, go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. I just want to shout out Ant Man
I
real
got you,
quick
Jay.
because he mentioned AI when he was talking Hall of Fame. Listen, man, AI is 50 years old. Shout out to Reebok. They really took care of a brother because he gets 80. I read this a short while ago. He gets 800 grand a year for life. He doesn't even have to promote the brand, and they
God,
set up a
babe.
trust for him when he's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
55. So in 5 years, when he's 55, he gets 32 million that he couldn't touch before. I think
That was
more
smart.
companies need to do that, okay, to
That-
take care of athletes who may not manage their money well. I just wanted to say that. With Angel Reese, Marty, you know what? I got love for you, but I got to disagree. Let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
First of all, I do agree that Angel handled this sloppily. You don't air this. She committed a cardinal sin. However, everybody is voicing pretty much the same opinion as you. What I'm telling people is you have to understand this is not sports. This is not a league. This
Yeah,
is the
true.
WNBA. This is backwards land. So whatever you think should be done logically should happen
Hmm.
logically. Go the other way. I'll give you an example. I wouldn't have thought that anybody would want Dejanay after
I
all
know.
her
I
antics.
know.
Not only did they pick her up, but she goes to the first to second best team in the league, about to get a ring, which life isn't fair. Bad behavior gets rewarded.
Yeah, this is true.
Nobody should want Angel. I agree. Vision, Mari, everybody. But again, this is the W. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. They know Angel hates Caitlyn. So they will support, somebody will pick up Angel simply because of that narrative. I promise you. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you this much. I'm predicting it now, and I predicted it during the season when her teammates started like clapping at her because she wasn't passing the ball, and they were like, "What the fuck?" Right? After one game against the Liberty, I said, "Angel Reed injury, another Angel Reed phantom injury incoming, and a trade request." Okay,
Yeah.
she's forcing her way. First of all, she's going to get rewarded for bad behavior. Kathy Engelbert is going to step in
Mm-hmm.
covertly and make sure she goes to a contender, and that Angel Reese, I'm calling it now. Angel Reese will win a title before Caitlin Clark. Okay, not
Wow.
because she deserves it, but because the league will make sure. I promise you, because Paige is in Dallas. That shit is a cesspool. So by the time Paige wins a title, man, you got a better shot of usurping Cece by giving one to Angel. They're gonna send Angel to a contender. Don't think Angel's gonna end up in a Connecticut or Washington. It's not gonna happen. She's gonna go to the Aces, the Lynx, or the Liberty. I promise you. Also,
Okay.
we Angel guys, you know what? Angel is not as dumb as we all think she is.
Oh
Yes,
no, I don't think
she's
she's
being,
dumb at all. She's
she's being
crafty as fuck. That one.
yes,
Mm-mm.
she's crafty. She's being messy. Yes, again, she's being messy. She committed a crime sin. However, she's playing chess. She's doing everything in her power to
To
force her
get out of
way
there.
out of Chicago. You gonna trade me? If I was Chicago, I'd say fuck you, and I bench you all of 2026. I bench you the whole fucking season. Okay,
Hey, Jay, are you there? Is that you?
I'm done. I'm good.
Hold on. Jay.
I just think she's being sloppy, but this is her end goal.
That is
Okay,
true.
Phil,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead. Let Phil go.
No, I love what I'm hearing. I just say
Did she
this.
quit?
Yeah,
Absolutely, she quit. She's
Okay.
Yeah.
always quit. She quit and went to LSU. She would have quit LSU if they wouldn't have won against Caitlin Clark. I'll guarantee you she'd have transferred again.
Mm.
She's a quitter, but she is smart. I feel sorry for her really, except that she's got a lot of money. Now she's as phony as her eyelashes. She's
And her
she's so
hair.
fake it's ridiculous. And I'm saying this right out, straight up. The reason Kennedy Carter's out of the WNBA is not Caitlin Clark, it's
No, it's
Angel
her.
Reese.
Mm-hmm.
That blow up in the locker room we heard, that wasn't about Caitlin Clark. Was about how many times I gotta pass that bitch the ball, and you tell me to quit shooting. That's what that was.
Yeah. And the
So
whole
Lost.
double double thing.
yeah,
How
so
that became
Kennedy
the main
Carter, I
focus of the
think she's
team
out of
was.
the
I
W
really think
because of Angel, but
I
Kennedy
really think
Carter ain't no dummy either. She knows better than to say something. So
but
she'll
Phil,
get back. I think Kennedy Carter will get back.
I think Teresa Weatherspoon kind of coddling Angel Reese and forcing this whole double double thing is part of the
Mm-hmm.
reason she got fired.
I
Yep.
think
Well,
I think Phil,
absolutely.
I think you're wrong, Phil. The reason Kennedy Carter's out of the league is because people just wanted to find Sasquatch. They didn't want him to stick around. They just wanted to find Sasquatch, Bigfoot. You know what I mean?
But
I,
Kennedy Carter, hold on. Kennedy Carter play a part too. Kennedy Carter had problems
yeah,
in LA. She had issues in
Yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah.
That
No, she
don't
definitely
take away
has
from
mental
hold on.
issues.
That don't take away from the part that Angel played while in Chicago, though. You know, that don't
Mm-hmm.
take away from that.
two
But
locker
she
rooms already,
did have a
Maurice.
Well, I think Kennedy Carter was a good enough player that they
where
would
you
have tolerated it, except that the problem she was having was with Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Bingo.
And Angel Reese is like I've had a few good horses, but I will tell you something. You always ride a good horse and you feed the bad one. So
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing now is you got Angel Reese and you're feeding her all the time, and you're riding these other horses. Cordoso don't know how to play because she's got to play. She don't know if to be a superstar or a second fiddle. You got it's just difficult to be around Angel Reese because she wants to be the show.
She's got
Period.
to
She
have the
Yeah.
don't really
attention.
care if she wins. Everybody's she wants to win. I think she just wants to be the big shot. That's
Yeah.
it.
Lest we
Mm.
Yeah.
forget, Phil, it was Kennedy who almost ended her streak twice last year of double doubles. She was not with that stat padding shit. That
Right.
I give her respect for. She wanted to ball. She wanted to win. Okay,
Yeah.
I think that's what started the friction. Sorry.
Okay. No, you could, Pete. Ant Man. I want to know it. I want to know. Did
Angel, Angel,
Angel?
Angel.
Hold on.
Okay.
I want to know what your initial thoughts was when you found out she told them in warm-ups, "Oh, my back is hurting. I can't play," while she was suspended for the first half. Keep it real. Shout out to Pope. I see you. I'm about to pull you up.
I laughed at that, but then I looked at doing the warm ups how she was wearing that back brace. I'm like, okay. I don't know if anybody caught that,
Yeah,
but
she had it over
so
her sweatshirt
she had
like an
I'm like,
accessory. It wasn't
like,
even. It had no kind of like, any kind of medicinal. It wasn't
yeah,
even on right. I was like, girl, you just
yeah,
slapped that on like a damn prop. Mm-hmm.
and
It was
after
a
the
prop.
first half,
She
when
looked
I
like
noticed
a
that Tyler
streamer.
Marsh wasn't putting her in, I was like, yeah, I see where this going right here. And I'm gonna just go back, like I say, you told Aaron I do some history. Listen, with Angel, like we said, she's very small, but she at times like when she did make that comment about the teammates and stuff, I mean, Angel just has a history of just popping off at the mouth with no decorum, and don't nobody know how to. Don't she has? There is nobody in her corner to be like, "Hey, you might want to just tone it." So I
Right.
just don't. Man, who's that said that bad play? Who was that Pete that said that bad players get rewarded?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be surprised if that happened. I would not be surprised if it happened at all. Because like you said, especially a team like a Vegas, they'd be like,
Yep.
okay, you just go get rebounds. Just go get rebounds. And the deal is because you think she'll pop mouth to any she won't pop mouth to any of them Vegas players. See the deal in Chicago, she can get away with popping mouth on those players. And she was able to get away with that at LSU until the issue with her and Fly J. Johnson, they moms got to it and they kind of told me to let down. So, I think she, in Chicago, she, like I said, she thinks she's the show, she's the head honcho, and what I'm saying is I want to ride on her, but I don't, man.
Let
That,
me
that,
ask you this, Ant Man. Let
what's
me
up?
ask you this, Ant Man. Then we're gonna let Pope chime in.
All right.
Um, Jay, I hear you. You there? Yeah, your connection bad, Jay. Ant Man, I want to ask you this before we let Pope go.
All right.
Do you think this situation, and I'll let all of y'all answer, and then we'll let Pope cook. I'll start with you, though, Ant Man. Is this situation in Chicago with Angel Reese beyond repair? Do they have to just get rid of her? Or do you see a
Man.
way where she's possibly on this team next season?
Mm-mm. They gotta
No,
go.
I don't see it. But the problem with Chicago is due to they draft picks and what they traded and all that, man, they really made some bad upper management moves.
They don't even got their
So
own first round pick.
that's what I'm saying. They don't have that. I don't. Man, I just it's one thing that like I think that stuff what she said about with her players, like what she said about Vandersloot and Ariel Atkins. Man, I don't think how could you want to play like I don't know if y'all saw the Shannon Sharp and Ocho. They talked about that. Like, how could you just sit next to somebody that said that about you?
I mean, look at them
So
in the locker room.
She
just
gone.
look at them in the locker room. So that's
She
like
she
I
gone.
see her being gone, and I won't be surprised if they hook her up and send her to a contender, which I think is BS. Because I say, man, send her just don't protect her.
Send her
Just
ass to
don't.
Connecticut. She'll be practicing at the
Oh
YMCA with
God,
13
Mabry
years.
left because of her too.
I mean, nah, it ain't gonna work in Connecticut. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, it's just one of the one. I don't see it because I really think that is gonna Chicago is gonna have to go to New. If she didn't say that stuff about her players, like with Vandersloot being too old and with Ariel Atkins, who had her back earlier in the year. Now you saying this about
Yeah,
Ariel
yeah.
Atkins,
Well,
and you saying this about Rachel Bannon, like Ocho Cinco saying some things you think, but you don't say it out loud. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah,
So
I'm
these
sure.
players gonna be like, man, nah, because you
Nah.
just never know when she's gonna pop off at the mouth.
Hey, do
You know what
do
I'm saying?
before we let Pope cook, hey, do any of y'all, Mary, Pete, do y'all remember any of these players going public throwing her under the bus when she was shooting
No.
28% on
No,
layups?
none of them did.
Hell
None of
no.
them
Ariel
did.
Atkins, the opposite. Ariel Atkins caped for her, but you
That's what
know
I'm
what?
saying. Yeah.
She's gone. She's gone. She just spit.
She
Listen,
has to
this
go.
is the
Yeah.
equivalent of you spitting in your boss's face or telling your boss to go fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well not show up tomorrow. You might as well.
And
Yeah,
not only
she's gone.
so the players, when you go in and Pope coach, so I want to know how he'll feel about this. One of the players, yeah, man, we need a coach that's gonna coach us harder, man. We need a coach that's gonna actually what?
Hey, Keith,
You
can I
know
say one
what?
more thing?
Can you
You know
imagine?
He
now
wants a
look,
Pope wants a
this is
sign
a
angel. I'm trying to talk
conversation.
him out of it.
This is a conversation you could have. Well, everybody can't have that conversation with the coach. Some people ain't good enough, but you might not even be that good enough. But you on the sky, so I guess you feel like you could do it. You had that conversation with Coach Bond. Hey, Coach, man, I think we've been losing. You know, I just feel like maybe you should just be harder on all of us, me included. You know, like just let's just try it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a conversation you might have behind the scenes. To go on camera and call out the coach like that and the play. Then Courtney Vandersloot had to go on camera. She had to go on camera and say, "Yo, I will be back. I will be playing next year, despite what some people think about my age. Ain't no
Exactly.
some people. It was only Angel.
Hey, Keith, I got one more thing
Man,
for you. You remember when T.O. was playing for the Eagles and he did that? What the Eagles do? You
Get rid
done.
of him. You
You
gotta get
done.
rid of
You know
him.
what I'm saying? You done. Like it was in the middle of the like you're done. You're
He
done.
Yeah.
done.
Hey,
Pope,
that's
go
it for
ahead.
me. Hey, Pope, go ahead. Hey, Pope did have a show. It was a premiere show you did, Pope. It was some real stuff you said about what
Go ahead.
Caitlin Clark. It was the same video you said something about with your what you was doing in music earlier with Ice Cube and that publishing. Yo, that was some real deep stuff, man. I like to chop it up with you some on some more stuff on that.
most
All right,
definitely, man.
all right. That's it. I'll be right back. Let me go plug this phone up for it. Hold on.
All right, I'm gonna
Everybody,
just mute you. I ain't gonna take you off.
Pope, before you cook, I dropped you an email. Okay,
okay,
You drop
okay,
both of us.
okay, man. Shout out to angry fans, even though he ain't in the building, man. I missed my boy up here, but I seen my
Shout out
guy
to Angry.
on stage by himself. I said, and he representing them Dodgers, man, them Dodger
Come
blue.
on, man.
So shout out to you for that. Shout out to Pete in the building, Maria, my boy Ant, and everybody in the chat, man. Listen, Unrivaled. I knew it was getting dicey as soon as they announced it, Drizzy. I said, "Oh, the league is over." Everybody looked at me crazy when Breonna Stewart hit ESPN and announced this league. I said, "Oh, the league is over." And this is why y'all been treating Caitlin Clark like this, because she told y'all no at the door. And so now look at how shit turned out. That video you did earlier about the Unrivaled taking over, you were so on point on that video and how you broke it down. So I'm hoping people like really listening to you, because they don't be listening to me, folks. They think I'm a conspiracy theorist and I be just jumping out the window. I'm like, man, my intuition tell me different, because it don't make
Okay.
no sense. If it don't make no sense, it ain't the truth. So all that Angel Reese gonna be on another team next year, yeah, in Unrivaled.
There's the Rose. She's going back to the Rose.
Yeah, man. She know what's up, man. They know this league is done. It's done with. You
You think
can't.
it's
There's no
over? You
coming.
think it's over?
I've been saying that for the. I'm the only one been saying that.
Mm.
I even said it on Jason Whitlock. I think with us, I think I had the. I couldn't find it. But I'm like, is it when I couldn't remember
he
what I
did
had on.
say it a while
Yeah.
back.
And yeah, Jason was like, nah, it's not gonna be over. They just put two teams in whatever. I'm like, that's all smoke and mirrors. I'm like, all that
Mm.
shit is smoke and mirrors, my nigga, to make it seem like. So listen, so they don't get no backlash. It's like, we added a new team, we did this, we did that, we offered y'all a 7-figure deal, y'all turned it down and wanted to go that route. So now nobody can be mad at the WNBA, whoever running that. They can. That's all. This is all the females. They found a better route. So
Okay.
okay, cool. Yo, we can do away with this 28 years, 29 years being in deficit behind y'all, subsidizing this league over and over again, something that we ain't gonna never get back. It's gonna take too long to get back all the money they done already lost.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's just wash our hands. Y'all start y'all new league with all these millionaires that's invested in the league. So Unrivaled got all these millionaires invested in the league. They can't let it go. The
Yeah, they
WNBA
can't.
knows that. they'll get sued. The Festicolia and them had their ass be sued.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm getting with you now. I'm getting with you now. So I remember a major hiccup in the negotiations is the fact that the WNBA does not want them participating in Unrivaled. And the angle they're saying is, yo, we offering y'all this, we offering y'all 4 times the amount of money, but we are telling you, you can go play in Europe. You can go play here, you can go play there, but you cannot play in Unrivaled. And you were saying that is all a throw off from the fact that they know they're not going to stop doing that, and that's just what it is.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
And so like when they knew they announced it last year, the WNBA, when they heard them announce it and they knew they've been on about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ice Cube knew about it. That's why he offered Caitlin Clark the $5 million to play in the Big Three out of nowhere. But he knew he turned them down. He knew she turned Unrivaled down. So he
Right.
jumped out the window. But yeah, they knew about it. They knew the CBA was coming up. If you look at the timing and everything, they come with this league. They basically forced Caitlin Clark out of Iowa because she was considering going
A
back for
fifth.
her fifth
Mm-hmm.
year. And they hired her boyfriend, Indiana Pacers, hired her boyfriend,
To make
and
it
that's what
comfortable
made
for
her
her.
come out with Indiana having the first pick, that they'll be able to be in the same city. They played that role. They offered her to Unrivaled because they knew it was coming up. Once they seen she had that 14 million and what she did at South Carolina in her junior year, and what she and the numbers that they drew for the championship, light bulb went off. Okay, this is how we can get rid of the WNBA. We can start it. Y'all can start a new league. You two co-founder. We're gonna have all these people invested in it to where ain't no getting out of it. And now when the CBA come and we offer y'all a 7-figure deal, of course you're gonna turn that shit down. Why? Because we offer you a 7-figure deal and tell you have to do away with the league you just started. That
Mm.
we allowed you to solicit while on the job with us. That we didn't give no suspensions, no nothing to stop this shit and say, wait, we about to have a CBA and you trying to start a new league. That don't make sense because y'all gonna want more money. And with more money, it's gonna come. We don't want y'all to risk injury and go play in no other league.
Because
So
it was a few people that was it Elijah Laney Hamilton. She was hurt and unrivaled. It was a lot of people that came that was hurt and unrivaled to start the WNBA. See, I
Yeah,
think
Mabry,
Laney
Mary
Hamilton
Lou's,
just now
whatever,
started.
Mary Lou, whatever the hell her name is,
Yeah,
Simpson,
it's a
Sampson.
lot of people. Horston from the Storm, she tore her
Mm-hmm.
ACL playing at
Yep.
Athletes Unlimited. She's missed the whole season. She was a starter for them, I think, last year. So it's like, go ahead, Pope. Yeah, you on.
bro, and then it's like, so now they know, okay, the league is done. They're not gonna do away with the unrivaled. Everybody didn't double down who was invested in them last year, and you got more investors this year. There's no way you're gonna get rid of that league. So they're gonna end up playing in Unrivaled. The lockout is happening for sure. So I just think Angel Reese, she know what's up. She ready to be done with this season. Go chill and do whatever she do. Show up at football Sundays at these stadiums, trying to get her a football player. You know,
So
and you know,
do you think that and Mary, I want you to chime in.
But
If they okay, if there's a lockout, do you think that they will one try to take over the
I love
summer
it.
slot that the WNBA has? Two, do you think they will speed up getting to 5-on-5, or they'll just stick with 3-on-3 for the time being? If there's a lockout this year, there's no 2026 season. What do you think they'll do?
that's a good one. I think they're going to 5-on-5. At some point, they're going
Immediately?
out on 5-on-5.
Yes.
And we have a lot of girls now. We have 144 women that we got to place. This is not four little teams anymore. So, and we have to find places for. I live in Miami right now. You do not want to play basketball in Miami. This place is, there's no arenas. Traffic is ridiculous. If they're going to move it to Florida, it needs to be Jacksonville, it needs to be Tampa, it needs to be something that has more space. This Miami is bullshit. They were playing in
Jacksonville ain't
a,
gonna support that.
what happened?
Jacksonville ain't gonna support that. I stay here.
Then Tampa, Orlando, not
Tampa.
Miami. Miami, when the Soul was here, it was disastrous. So I don't know what they're gonna do with themselves, but what are they gonna do with all these girls? If they lock out, that's 144 is 144
But that's
girls that we
but
need to find places
Mary,
for.
Mary, but that's what I was saying too. Like,
I think.
Unrivaled initially, it was what's supposed to be the best 30 girls in the world
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
because of NBA, because of
And that's why
injury.
so many got hurt because it wasn't. Now they needed people, they needed
Yeah,
bodies. Like
so with
Aaliyah
all
Boston
the
had no
injuries,
business going on Rival. I think she
with
had
all
one point while she was there.
They
with all
started.
the
They
injuries, they
started doing
ended
the
up
prices
hold on,
right.
hold on, hold on.
Maurice, come on down.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. And they were just waiting and dangling for Cece. They kept making it look like what is it? They dropped it on the 22nd, and we have, we
Yeah.
have a surprise for you, and it turned out to be like Alyssa Thomas. Good Lord, help me, Jesus. But they dangled that for a long time. They did the same thing. They were using her popularity to try to get.
But I'm confused on I'm
Mm.
confused on all right, y'all employed like 46 girls last year, including because of injuries. Are y'all just gonna automatically employ everybody who was on a roster in the WNBA, or do they just gotta
I
figure their
don't
shit
know
out
how
on
they're
their
going to
own?
do that.
I
Then they
think that's where
promised
they're going.
positions to girls that are also still in college.
I think that's where they're going, brother. Three hundred
No,
forty
no,
million pays a lot, and they did say they weren't gonna be broke. They did say that they weren't going to stay only in Miami exclusively this season, didn't they? I think they said they wanted to
They
branch
said
out
they're
to other
doing they're
cities.
they're
Mm-hmm.
doing they're doing as of now, they're doing like I think one or two games outside of the Miami bubble.
Well, listen, Vision, 340 million. I think the Pope could be honest. I'm still on my stance that they added three teams and you don't do that if you're, going to end the league. But he's making sense too, though, man, because
Yeah.
again, 340 million, that's a big, I'm telling you, that's a big cash infusion. And that's not just to add more seats to arenas. That pays a lot of salaries. Remember, you don't have to pay people $1 million. Okay, you're
Yeah,
not gonna you're not gonna pay Yu Yeri, the Chinese chick, $1 million. You're gonna give her like 100,000, some shit like that.
Yen. You got
You
to give
know,
100,000 yen.
so that
they
pays a lot of
everybody
salaries.
they said the base for everybody last year, the base was 222,000 for everybody that played. Unless
Mm-hmm.
like you was an injury, then I'm sure you got like a prorated amount on a game by game basis. But the base for hold on, the base for most people was 222,000 and something. Now there was exceptions like a Sabrina Ionescu who got $1 million out of them. Like there's certain exceptions.
Yeah,
But
For doing
damn.
nothing. She
Hold
was
on.
there
So
they
like
y'all,
three
all right.
days.
they're going
So,
5-on-5, Maurice. I can almost guarantee it. I think Pope
I
is right.
agree
They're
with you.
going 5-on-5.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Pope, do you think Caitlin Clark will play in it this year?
yes,
Yes.
Damn,
yeah,
Pope.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Damn, Pope.
Yes.
Even hold on.
She's
Even
very
if
coochie
it's
coochie now
just
with
hold on,
Stewie.
hold on, Mary. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. So, two questions. One, Pope, do you think Caitlin Clark will play? Two, do you think it'll still be 3-on-3 this year? Because I'm
No,
interested to know if Caitlin Clark will play 3-on-3.
no. They only started out 3-on-3, which was smart for them to do. They only did that because it was new, and so and knowing that uh, the problem in the WNBA is lack of talent. So if you condense the talent to just the good players, then people might want to tune in, and you can
Mm-hmm.
eliminate the players that's not so good, then people might want to tune in. And this is the first year, and you don't have Caitlin Clark, so uh, I think they wanted to try out the 3-on-3 thing the first year, and the only reason why the top notch players last year, like a Kelsey Plum, Asia Wilson, Kelsey Mitchell, didn't play in Unrivaled because Caitlin Clark didn't. It wasn't going to be no buzz. Caitlin
Mm-hmm.
Clark played in Unrivaled last year. Asia Wilson would have played in that motherfucker too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wait, so
You
you
know,
hold on.
And
Now,
Kelsey Plum left as soon as CC said she wasn't playing. Then all of a sudden she got some kind of mental illness. I can't play. Mm-hmm.
you believe that okay, so you think Asia, Kate, you think all of them gonna play this year?
yeah, for sure. All of them going to play this year
And you think
because
it's
now you
gonna be
have no.
five, you think it's gonna be 5-on-5 this year?
I
Five on
said it.
five for sure.
Look, I think I said this on your channel. I said when we was talking about, I think I was arguing with somebody, not angry and not you, it was somebody else that was up here, and I was saying what they gonna end up doing if Caitlin Clark join the league, they're gonna turn it 5-on-5, and they're gonna open
Mm-hmm.
it up to different. They're gonna go to probably 4 or 5 states, or they should. I was saying they should go to 4 or 5 states, the main states.
Big
Uh,
arenas.
Big arenas, and have it to where it's a tournament style like an AAU where it's 5, 6
Like
games.
what do they call that, barnstorming or something like
And when
that?
you buy your ticket, you can come
And
all
you
day.
remember we was talking about that, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I've been saying this. This is what they plan. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, bro. When you do it like this and you got Caitlin Clark involved, it's gonna be crazy. But what they have just done now is made Caitlin Clark not have no. She don't have no cards to play. Her only card is you either going overseas because the WNBA is gonna be locked out. It's done away with. So if
Yep.
you want to play basketball, you either gonna play here or you gonna take your ass overseas. Now, do Caitlyn want to leave her boyfriend, her family, and all of that type of
No,
stuff to play over there? I don't think so.
I don't think so
So
either.
yeah, I don't think so. So I think if she gonna get her deal, whatever the case may be, the biggest deal in Unrivaled, if they got 340 million, they gonna give her 300 million of it.
Damn.
I just would say they better. But yeah, no, I'm just bushing on that. But no, for sure, I think she is. I think she is.
Okay. Let me get to this. Hold on. Shout out to Jerry. Shout out to my guy Jerry. He said, "Pope,
Very
talk about the Kelsey Mitchell comments." Shout out to Jerry.
Ah,
I wish you could pull up tonight. Salute to my guy Jerry.
What'd she say?
Yeah,
About
big nothing burger. It was. I didn't think it was nothing.
I ain't really think it was too much. She just basically was like,
the show must go on, type of
"Yeah,
thing.
basically the show must go on. We got who we got right now, and we everything we need is in the locker room. We got to hoop. We got to hoop."
Right, Jay. Yeah. I'm not hating on Kelsey for that comment right there.
Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't. That's why I didn't even do a video on that thing because I didn't
See,
really think it was nothing. I didn't really think it was anything.
big nothing.
I do want to know what you think about walk me through when you saw Angel Reese told them in warm-ups, I can't play. This back of mine is
Oh
flaring up.
God.
And that's vintage
This
Angel.
little back of mine.
Go ahead.
That's vintage Angel Reese, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's like expected of her, man. That's what's so crazy. She's predictable. She makes us look right when we say you're not serious about basketball.
Hmm.
When you use basketball uh, for your celebrity, but that's more you more concerned with being a celebrity, and that's why I feel like they only suspended her for the half so she wouldn't be able to go TikTok at the arenas in football Sunday. Real talk, because she want to be there football Sunday. She be in the building. So they said, "No, we don't give you what you want. We gonna humiliate you for
Mm,
humiliating us,
mm.
and sit you on the bench and have the people ask questions and even talk about what you did again. And you got to sit with your teammates and face the music." She didn't like that, so she said, "You know what? I'm not playing at all.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
you show you
Mm-hmm.
a buster."
Damn. Do you think there's any way she's on the Chicago Sky next season? Well, you already think there ain't no season, so there ain't no point in me asking you. You think it's over anyway.
It's over.
It's a wrap. It's a
Damn.
wrap.
I got
Damn.
a question for Pope, if I may.
Go ahead, Pete.
Pope, since you got this unrivaled angle going, do you
Mhm.
think there's any way that Caitlyn, the situation with Caitlyn, that just Caitlyn is scheming with Brianna and Fee in some way?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Maria, I'm
Yes.
adding you.
Scheming
You
with them.
offline already.
You know what I mean, Pope?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here go Maria coming in. Okay, that's Mari who we got on the panel
Yeah,
right
there's
now.
Yeah.
Marisol who's on here now.
Marisol.
Oh, shout out to
Hold
Marisol.
on.
Maria, Maria.
Maria,
Okay,
can you
let's
hear
go.
us?
You know what I mean by yeah, of course you know what scheming means, but you know
Mm-hmm.
where I'm going, right? Do you think like her being out is some kind of prep, a scheme prep for her to join Unrivaled since you think she's playing there?
No, her being out was saying, yeah, enough of you breaking all of our legends records and shit. We telling people to go into the damn record books and do the history of the WNBA and the players that came before you. And here you go,
I
breaking career records of legends. We
I
you
agree
got
with that.
you all in the record books. Like,
Yep.
okay, we know we finna do away the WNBA. The last thing we need is when people go back to dig up WNBA stats
It's
50
Caitlin's
years
face.
from
Okay,
now. Yeah, we don't
okay,
need to see Caitlin Clark 2 years in the league and she just smacked y'all career records and shit
yep.
like that.
Speaking of which, didn't Alyssa Thomas? I think I heard. I haven't even looked it up. I've been lazy. Somebody said Alyssa Thomas broke the assist record again. She broke
Ah,
CC's record.
can you
That she said.
imagine?
That's what somebody said. I got to fact check it. It'll take me
Yeah,
2 seconds.
no, she did. She
She
did.
did.
But then they came out like she broke Caitlin Clark's record. I was like, bitch, that was her record for 12 years. It took her 12 years to get that record. And Cece came along in 40 games
As a rookie.
as a rookie.
It's hey,
And they made a
Caitlyn
big
gonna
to
break
do
her
about it.
own
You would
record
think
this
she
year.
won the freaking, whatchamacallit, the championship.
Caitlyn was
Yep.
gonna break Caitlyn's record this year if she wouldn't have got hurt. Shout
I
out to
believe that.
Jerry. Shout out to Jerry. He said, Pope, if CC plays, she will face the same abuse from the other players. Question mark.
Um,
Hmm.
no, if she in, I think that she only facing the abuse is because she wasn't part of their program. She turned them down from Iowa. She turned them down and continued to turn them down. This is where the sabotage started because she fucking. You got to think about it. The WNBA is in on doing away with the WNBA, and yes,
Mm-hmm.
y'all go ahead to start your league. Now we got this girl Caitlin who's saying, "No, I just want to play in the WNBA." They're like, "Bitch, we trying to do away with this shit. You're fucking up. Now we got to try to. Now we got to make it look like we invested in this league and we doing this and we professional. No, we not trying to do that.
All these
So
new eyes on it.
correct. So I think that's why they really from the gate when they made her schedule like that, Jerry.
Exactly.
Everybody listen. When they made her schedule, you have to ask yourselves, damn, why did they do that from the jump?
Yep.
When they double teamed and face guard her in preseason, yes, man, the memo was out immediately. When you got the coach before preseason, say I want to see her shoot deep twos, not deep threes. What? So everything was stacked against her as soon as she got in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And
Agree.
Yep.
Yep.
when Ice Cube jumped out the window, offered her to play in the big three, we didn't understand why he did that. When and I put two and two together, soon as Breonna Stewart said we got a 3-on-3 league, I said, oh, that's why Cube offered her. But he knew
Mm-hmm.
he denied you bitches. You offered her like 500,000. He said, "I give you 5 million," knowing she wasn't gonna sign it, but just for shits and giggles, because it's like, oh, you trying to disrespect my league? Come with this one women's 3-on-3 league and call it
Yeah.
unrivaled. Oh, okay, y'all can't even pay this girl millions. I can offer her 5-10 million out the gate.
Mm.
And you know what I mean? That's what that whole Ice Cube shit was about. Because he knew what was the back door that Unrivaled was doing and the WNBA was doing. So
Wow.
they out the gate, bro. They said,
Yeah.
no, we're not fucking with you, Caitlin.
Yep. Pope, fix me a plate because you cooking. You absolutely right. I laugh when people say the reason they gave her that tough schedule is because they wanted everybody to see her play against the best. They wanted to give everybody shine. Bullshit. They wanted to create, as I've always said, artificial parity. They wanted to make CC look pedestrian. And also, Pope, they wanted to justify, they wanted her to be shitty out the gate so they could justify the decision that they had already pre-made to keep her off the Olympics, and which is what they did because if you remember they said, well, we kept her off also because if you look at her play, she's been struggling out the gate, so that
Right.
was a part of that also. That was a big reason for that. Rebecca Lobo said it was the most grueling opening schedule in the last 20 years.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fatu Savali would have lost her ever loving mind.
Go ahead, Maria. Hold on.
Well,
Hold on. Hold on.
welcome, Maria. Welcome.
Hold on. Hold on, Maria. Hold
Hey,
on. Hold on. Hold.
sweetheart.
Can you can hear it? Okay, let me add you to the screen. Hold on 1 second.
You're gonna knock me out.
All
I
right,
can
no, you
see
good. You
you.
good. Go ahead. Go ahead, Maria.
Hello,
Okay.
everyone, on the panel and in the chat.
Hello.
Hey, Pope, I love it when you serenade me. Every time I see you, you call my name, you serenade me. I love you for it, brother. But you know what? I am you. There you go, Marisol. It, but I did want. It's just a couple of points as the outside observer, right? So when it comes to CC playing in Unrivaled, I just don't see it. I get what you're saying, but I just don't see it because this is an organization that besides the W who have treated her like shit are going to be the same people who are going to be Unrivaled. And the only reason they want her there because she's the money, she's the purse. No one wants to see Unrivaled, but the minute that she lands in that tribe, you know, people spend money, and I just can't see Cece doing that for on that point. As far as uh, uh Angel Reese, she's very immature. She could have gone about getting the same things that she wanted, the same attention that she wanted, the same output that she wanted. She could have gotten all of that had she done it in a very professional manner, which she didn't. Because, everything about Angel has to be about me. It's all about me. I will have my tantrum. But she doesn't understand that the shit that her team and that organization lets her get away with, she's gonna go somewhere else. Who knows where? Because I just can't imagine many people wanting her on that team after that episode. You know what I mean? And so, what are you gonna do? The shit you think you can get away with at the Sky, you're not gonna get away with another team. It's not gonna happen, and you may not even be a starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those are the 2 points that I wanted to share. But I just can't see CC going to Unrivaled. I just can't see it. And something really, really sounds shady about those numbers with Unrivaled. And I would, if this deal goes through with the owners in the WNBA, it would not surprise me if the owners came back saying, okay, you want Unrivaled? Fine. But if you get hurt, the contract with us is null and void. That's what the owners should do.
Mm.
You want to play over there, you get hurt, I'm fine for all money. It may not at this point because, we don't know what's going to happen with the CBA. But if they agree on something, that money's going to be there. And as an owner, I'd be like, wait. You don't get to go on an Unrivaled, take their money, you get hurt, and then you think you're going to come over here and take my money. Hell no. I guarantee you that'll be somewhere in the contract as well if Unrivaled doesn't go away. Thanks everybody. I love you guys. Thank you for hearing me out. And hey Pope, I look forward to your next Saturday Nation because you the man, baby.
Thank you.
Salute. Thank you, Maria. Uh Shout out to I Care for You too. He said, I agree. You have to understand, even before Unrivaled started, they had already planned on hurting Caitlin Clark. Miss Wilson started the hate CC because she was better than the rest. Salute to I Care for You too. Appreciate your generosity, man. But damn, man. All right, so we actually in Unrivaled, you saying we good to watch her. She gonna get the hoop and play her game because she's now like a part of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got down with the get down, so now we, you know what I'm saying, we could just ball, no extras.
You're gonna see the difference in the way they treat her for sure.
Mm.
That's been the whole issue. If you like somebody said, Asia Wilson, all of them, Breonna Stewart, all the top dogs in the league, Deanna Taurasi, they was all hating on her. And they're gonna all embrace her. If she is said the only one really not Sabrina Nescu was the only one never hated on her. She just couldn't do it. But they all was hating on her, man, in a sense. Uh, but she a part of their league. She know. I'm sure they have to know that she's the driving force of the money.
Oh yeah,
And if
he
we,
said it.
if we, if yeah, she the driving force of the money. But it's gonna be interesting. Dog, they signed the college players.
Yeah.
Juju Watkins don't have to play for SC. They gonna be now. Hannah Hidalgo, she gonna be in Unrivaled this upcoming season
Yeah.
before the Notre Dame season start. Now, how do the colleges supposed to take
Oh
that?
no, I think they signed, what they signed is an NIL deal, meaning like they're a part of the league, but they're promoting it, and then once they're done with college, they'll play in the league. Right now,
Oh,
they're
okay,
getting paid
okay,
from Unrivaled to promote and be a part of the league in that way, not to actually play yet.
okay. If they lock out with the WNBA and we see that change, now let's look out for that to see if they
Mm.
change that rule to say y'all can come through right now. Y'all, we not doing the whole 4 years like the WNBA because to me, I think that messed them up too. Like you getting players at 22 years old and then their careers are short already because of their women. So they only playing a good 12, 10, 12 years anyway.
If
And
that,
they
some of them barely
yeah,
make it to 30.
Right,
They
correct.
don't want to
So
have
you
kids
taking
around.
away a lot of their prime years by waiting until they 22 years old to enter the league. If so certain players like a Juju and Hannah Hidalgo and things like that, they should already been able to come to the league.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
Malanga. She's what, 18, 19 years old?
Yeah, and that's not fair though. Like the girls
Not at
from
all.
overseas could come over at 18, but these
Mm-hmm.
girls over here gotta wait till they 22. That's not fair.
That makes no sense. It's like, come on, bro. That makes no sense. So
Okay.
if I'm a parent and my daughter, she a hooper. By the time she's 14, I gotta take her overseas instead of letting her play high school ball in the States just so she can come out at 18 and go straight to the league. Like I gotta take my teenager to go overseas and play if I want her not to have to spend 4 years in college and
Hey,
just get
Jerry.
back. That's
Jerry, you
stupid.
there?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jerry. Sound off.
Um, the thing that I'm not grabbing is how all this blatant fraud won't be stopped. I mean, I think, quite honestly, I think Kathy Englebutt is already getting paid. Okay, I think there's so much underhanded stuff that goes against contracts and what's that word I'm looking for? Conflict of interest. It's all over this thing. I mean, the conflicts of interest. I mean, that's just law. That's just they could get eaten up on a fraud case. I mean, they really could. And I put in the chat, if there was ever time for the attorney generals to step in, this is one.
Mm.
I mean,
So,
Pope, what do you
so,
think
so,
about
so
that?
Jerry. I know you are a true you're from Des Moines. You are a true Caitlin Clark supporter till the end, and I respect that. Now, if Caitlin Clark made the decision to play in Unrivaled, would you watch it and support it?
Absolutely not. I now listen, guys. I I'm 74,
Uh huh.
right? There's a reason that Caitlin has the country wrapped around her finger, and you know what it is? It's her spirit. It's the type of woman she is. And I grind through watching this detestable league and all the unlikable players just to watch Caitlin. If Caitlin goes over to Unrivaled, I have nothing, because I can't possibly believe in my mind that Caitlin will get to play Caitlin. It'll be another repeat of this bullshit attacks and beatings and whatever. And unless she owns the league, like Pope had said, majority interest, I can't see these jealous women not going against whatever the contract says and still picking on her and poking and trying to deep six her because she made a mockery of this entire league. Her first year was 62 broken records. Do you know what she would do if she had 5 years or 8 years? They, they wouldn't be able to break another record. She'd have them all in her bag.
Mm-hmm.
She would. Hey Jerry, but
Yeah.
see what this the thing. See, I'm with you. I prefer to go overseas. The
Yes.
thing the thing is, again, will she want to do that? That's a tough move. Now, hey, maybe she will. Maybe she will, but we'll see. One thing we know about CC is her spirit is infectious. If she ended up signing over here, I think that was one of the main issues, right? But now if she end up signing over here and they doing like an AAU type of atmosphere where everybody in the same building, when you go on tournaments and all of that good stuff, you see a lot of the kids out at the mall as coaches and everybody being the same because they from everywhere, right? And so if you got all these players, we know when All Star Weekend is around, everybody when Caitlin Clark come in the party, it's all Caitlin's here, right?
Yeah, but I got
Hold
one more. I got one more thing, Pope.
hold on. Let me land this. I'm just saying
Okay.
this real quick because in some aspect, I think some of the hate to be gone and them having to be around her all the time, that they end up loving the life out of her.
Well, here's the thing: you can't change a leopard's spots.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't change a person's spirit. Okay. We've heard it from a kid. One bad apple spoils the basket. One bad apple. You can't expect that watching all this evil that's been done to her
Vitriol.
and the entire league and this whole thing of letting it go.
They
I
only let her go, Jerry, because she wouldn't join Unrivaled. That's
well,
what they only was able to attack her and had free will to do whatever they wanted to do, and the rest turned a blind eye. I'm trying to tell y'all, I said this from the gate. You know this, Jerry.
yep,
They done all the sabotage that came from the top because she wasn't going with the program that they trying to go with, which is away from the WNBA and Unrivaled is the new thing. And she told the powers that be, fuck you and your plans. I only want to play the WNBA. And they like, little bitch, no, you're not. Okay, bet. You gonna sit down. We'll
yeah,
see who got the power. They flexed on Caitlin this year and said, we got the power. You will sit the fuck down if nothing else. You can't do shit unless we tell you can. You see how your team doctors set your ass out? Yeah, we got the power. So now you better go along to get along or get the fuck on. And if she goes along with the whole play, they gonna treat her like they did MJ.
and
That's
I
my
don't think she'll draw what she's drawing now.
that's my fear that she's gonna and finish bending the knee. I hope not, man. I hope. That's why I asked you, Pope. Do you think she's in cahoots with them? I hope not.
No, because no, what they did was they put her in.
Oh,
Okay, they playing chess. Kaylin can only play checkers. She's a millionaire. She's dealing with billionaires. So they playing chess to her checkers. It's like this. We got rid of the league you said you want to play in. We getting rid of it. You ain't got no fucking choice. This is your new WNBA. Unless you want to go overseas, this is your new WNBA. So she is not her bending the knee. She don't got no fucking choice.
Well, what do you think she should do? I believe she should go to Saudi or some shit. You know how much Saudi would pay her?
yeah,
But
but she
Ooh.
that's
don't want to
easy
get away from
to
her
say, man.
family and
Listen,
whatnot.
that's easy for
She's
us
not
to
that
say.
type of person.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
at some point, Marty,
About money.
she's gotta let go of the T. At some point,
Yeah, true, true that,
you know what
true
I
Hey,
mean?
that.
Pope, I got just one last statement about what she should do. Okay,
It's a good
if
conversation.
if I was going to advise her, I'd get rid of her agent
Oh
because it's the
God.
same agent as Fee, right?
That's
Hmm.
right.
And I would have her rub elbows with the billionaires, which she's already been introduced to, and say, "Listen,
Oh my
we
God.
we could do a league that travels. She's traveling now, so if they just started out traveling in the United States, they could set up something that would fill out arenas with players that want to play and
Wow.
love the game.
Diva got to Jerry. I love it. I love it, Jerry. I love it.
Look, all that's fine and dandy,
I love
yes, but that ain't that's far fetched though, Jerry. Because the problem is they have Unrivaled now. They
But
have Unrivaled. Ain't no getting around that. So you can try to do whatever is clever on the other front, but the main players in the WNBA that's gonna give competition is in Unrivaled. It's gonna be especially if the WNBA goes away. You're gonna have Asia Wilson and all of them over there. Okay, so again, if you got all these investors, look at the people that's invested into Unrivaled, right? Again, this is you got look how many of them it is too. From the Genos to the Carmelo Anthony's to the Steve Nash to the
Trey
Franz.
Young. Oh,
I
hey,
mean, they
she's
get every millionaire they can get to throw millions at this, bro.
yeah, and they got the
They want
plan.
this league. the industry wants these people. I'm telling you, bro.
They
This is
they
this is gonna
WNBA.
be
Did you
either
notice
get
that?
right or get left.
they had the plan, and she has the audience.
I got to push back on Pope a little bit. Pope, I hear
Yes, sir.
everything you're saying, but I got a question for you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you saying she got no choice, right? What was the
No.
WNBA before CC? If Unrivaled pulls off what you're predicting that they're gonna do, if CC still says I ain't going, what do you think is gonna change from the WNBA to Unrivaled? You got, as I said earlier before you jumped on, you got the same personalities. Now, if these people had a personality transplant, then I tell you onto something. But you got the same toxicity just transferring over to a new league. If CC doesn't join, and you got smaller arenas, I don't see them. I mean, you saw what their ratings were, their TV ratings were their first season. Sure, they might see a little jump. My point is, if CC doesn't join, I don't see Unrivaled taking off like, wow, I got it. And CC saying, I got to join because they got so big, they totally usurped the W. No, I see it as a lateral move, in other words, is what I'm
Mm.
saying.
If there's no CC, there's no must see TV. It's not going to
That's my point.
succeed. Yeah,
Exactly. She does have a
but
choice. She does have a
that,
choice.
no, she doesn't have a choice because there's no other league for her to play in in the United States of America.
She can
So
play overseas.
no, but see,
Yeah,
you easily
hold on. This is the thing about the overseas thing, bro. Everybody, y'all, people be saying, "Oh, go play overseas," like it's that
right.
easy, bro. Everybody can't go to a country where nobody speaks your language. You got to have an interpreter go with you everywhere. They driving on the other side of the street. That's not for everybody, bro. Everybody's not, and it is not like you going overseas for 30 days. No, them overseas seasons, like I know at least in the men's, the overseas seasons be 8 to 10 months. Like, bro, it be those be long seasons. I'm sure the women's ain't that long, but everybody's not trying to go overseas for 4 months at a time. It's
But do
not like
you?
everybody's not trying to do that. I'm
I
not
hear
saying
you.
she's not, but it's not as easy as people be trying to make it seem.
Oh no,
Right.
no, no. It is a culture shift. I get you totally. But do you? Let me ask you this then, Vision. If she did go overseas, let's say she went to an Italy, for example, do you think she would put the Euro League really, really on the map? I mean,
Yeah, I think that if she went over there, they would find some sort of television packaging or streaming service packaging where people here could see it. I don't have any doubt about her being able to turn some shit up. We know she gonna turn it. She tagged Travis Scott in fucking Iowa, dog. Like
yeah,
she could turn anything up. But being over there, yeah, being in Italy sound cool until your ass can't go home for 3 or 4 months at a time.
She
That
won't
shit is
go
cool.
overseas.
It's cool over there. Look, being in Italy, trying the cheese and the pasta and all that is cool when you're there for 3, 4 days. When your ass is stuck there for 4 months, it ain't that cool. I'm
Yeah, she
telling you.
won't go overseas.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't now again, that's us looking at CC and from
okay.
what we've seen already and said, okay, the character of CC, I know she's very family oriented and so on and so forth. I don't think she's gonna want to go overseas. And
Flip
if they
side.
left her no choice, if WNBA is not there, Caitlin Clark is not just gonna go play golf and not play best. She loved basketball entirely too much. She's not gonna just go play golf or go start coaching. She's going to go to the league that's available to go to in America, and that's going. Unfortunately, that's going to be unrivaled.
Damn. Okay. Shout out to I Care for You too. They prolonged the hate before she came into the WNBA. She does have a choices. CC don't need the money. I pray she doesn't go to Unrivaled. Larry Bird said he started her a team. I mean, listen. I get it that some of the players, a lot of these players just play a hating, and we don't rock with them, so we don't really want her to help them eat. But I'm gonna be honest. I want to watch Caitlin Clark play basketball more
Right.
than I don't want to see them succeed. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see her
Right.
get busy at the end of the day.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Right.
Kent Carlson, my guy Kent, and captains of industry and well Caitlin's connection, PGA, LPGA, Goldman's, such etc. She can do what she wants. Period. Okay. Salute Kent Carlson. Salute Kent. Salute Kent,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. We don't want to see her playing no golf. All these people, we'll watch it. Yeah, we would. No, we want to see Caitlin Clark hooping, and if she not feeling leaving the United States of America, I understand that. And again, I'm under the belief she receiving a lot of this hate and vitriol from the players and because the refereeing too. The refereeing allows the nonsense. If the refereeing tighten up, then
Be a
then
much
they
cleaner
got to
game.
stop with it.
Do you
And if you hold, so we shall see. But Caitlin
do you
ain't scared
really
of
think she's
smoke.
going to
You
play her
understand?
game? Do you think she could play her
Yeah.
game?
Yes, yes. The only I'm telling you, Jerry, you know this too, Jerry. They only putting these restraints on her so she will not kill the WNBA records and all that stuff. And hey, go to Unrivaled and handle your business. It's because of the Unrivaled situation, man.
So wait a minute. You're saying because there's something else I said before you jumped on, if I may, Pope. You're saying if she goes to Unrivaled, you believe the shackles will come off. You believe the assaults
That's what
will
he said.
stop.
Yeah, that's what he's been saying.
Yes.
I don't know, Pope,
Be-
man.
The,
I don't
the
know.
reason
Never
being, listen,
underestimate the pettiness. But go ahead.
yeah, no, women it will be women. So that's part of their nature. They will be petty, but that doesn't matter. Caitlin Clark can handle all of that shit. She showed us that her rookie season. She broke 62 records with them being petty, face guarding, double teaming the whole 9 yards. It didn't fucking matter. She kicked
Exactly.
their ass. She made them look stupid. So Caitlin ain't worried about that. If the refs call the shit right, then it ain't gonna be as much of it. Yeah, they gonna try to be petty and they try to get chippy. Mike went through it. Everybody went through it. Kobe went through it, but it's not gonna be to the point of where it's at that we've seen her rookie season or sophomore season. I believe, yeah, it's going to be rivals. It's going to be shit talking. It's going to be cattiness. That's smooth, but it ain't going to be the targeting of the flagrant fouls that damn near trying to take her out of the fucking league. It won't be that. I don't think that'll be allowed. I'm sure that it's going to be exerted effort to not have the same type of refing that mostly all of them complained about, not just Caitlin Clark, that all of them complained about in their league. So
But Pope, look at how many broads got injured last year in the rival, and that's the broads who like each other. That's the ones who get along. And that
that's
shit
because
looked like a
they
scene
play
from
contact
Gladiator.
sports. They shouldn't be playing contact sports, man. You know, they body's not built for that type shit. You understand? I could bruise my girl. I could nudge my girl like that. She'd be like, "Ow!"
I
Like, come on, man. Yeah,
don't
man.
know, man. I don't know. I just don't see him changing
They built
their
like that.
stripes, man. I don't see him. You know what I was saying, Pope, was I don't see him. Not only do I not see him changing their stripes, but because it's player owned, you have less accountability. You see what I mean? And remember, one of the owners, Brianna, as I said earlier, is has been one of the most vocal in calling CC's fan base racist. And they have, less accountability in Unrivaled. So what makes you think they're gonna behave? They're gonna put on a shirt and tie and behave? I don't see it. I'm sorry, I just don't see it.
You got the co-founders of Nefessa, and they're not bigger than the program. They're just the names. They're the puppets. You got Gino, Carmelo, Steve Nash, all these people we just named. They're the ones that's going to answer for having this thing right or not.
Yeah.
But they know. So again, bro, listen. She is the reason why they created the league.
Yeah,
This is what you got to think about. Now, let me cut. Let me cut. So think about this. She's
Okay.
the reason they created the league. When she told them no, think about how they felt.
Oh
What?
yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me cook. When she told them no, they looked at. Wait a minute. This not gonna succeed if we just had 29 years of owning the league, right? Not making a profit. So the only reason why we're doing this is we think we can go a new route with her because she's a star. We can come from under the league. If she says yes to them, like I said, I think they'd be like, okay, that's all we really wanted. We need her to succeed. If you don't have her, the league won't succeed. All these people that's invested in it is because they see how successful Caitlin Clark is, bro. Like what the fan base she brings. It's mainly predicated all on Caitlin Clark. That's the only reason why all these millionaires said, I got millions in it. I'm putting millions on it. Why would they put their money on women that's been losing money for 30 years?
Yeah.
It's already too much proof of that. The only thing that I would want to invest my money in when it comes to women's basketball is Caitlin Clark. So if I invested millions and said, okay, let's do this, and she said, I don't want to play, now I'm fucked. But if she do want to play, oh, hey,
Gravy
don't
train,
fuck
baby.
with
Gravy
her.
train. Yeah.
Don't y'all fuck with her. She with us.
Hey, Ant Dog, what you think about all that?
Damn, it's a lot.
Pope be hitting it on the money. I can see where you're coming from on that. Well, when it comes to that, I'm just gonna just see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Because it does sound like it's kind of going that route, and I do agree that yeah, she doesn't really want to go overseas nowhere. And for somebody who stayed in Japan for 3 years, I understand that when you overseas, it is kind of a culture change and all that stuff. So especially if you're not going to an English speaking nation. So I don't think she doesn't want to go overseas at all. I know some players they were used to, but I don't think that's what she wants to do. Excuse me. And like I said, the powers that be, when Pope be saying the powers that be, I know exactly what he's getting at with this. I know exactly what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because she's already, like Pope has said in other videos, I ain't getting down with the get down doing something strange. So there's other ways of following the powers that be. And if you just totally opposite of all ends of the sticks, they'll find a way to, lock you out and make it seem like that you was horrible at what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? So to make you look bad, we see it not only in basketball, we see it across the board. And
Yeah.
so if she seriously, if hooping is seriously her thing, you know what I'm saying? I think she eventually will probably end up doing it. I don't think she's gonna be just doing no knee bending. That would be a bonus to, you know, to the ones over there that get down over there. That'd be a real bonus for them to go and bend the knee and start, doing all this. But I don't see her doing that. So, like the first thing we're gonna see after this season end is but like I said, we still gonna be talking, seeing are they gonna make anything on this new CBA because I really don't see it. It can get lost in the sauce due
We
to
gonna look, we gonna be keeping up with that, man. And we
yeah.
gonna be keeping up with it for
What's going to
sure.
happen with LGBT in Unrivaled? What's going to happen with that agenda?
That agenda still gonna be there because women's basketball, like I think women's basketball, like I say, women's soccer, those are like some safe havens for their agendas. You can't really push it in the WTA with tennis. They ain't gonna, even though you got folks up there that get down like that, you just can't really push it as
You're,
hard.
you're
And you
going
can't.
to lose Caitlin's audience. I'm
Mm,
telling you, you're going to lose the audience.
mm.
Yeah,
Shout out,
I
shout
will
out
lose
Yeah,
out.
to
I'm that
I think they
different.
don't really. They act like they really to be deep down. Once they lose the audience, we got to see how much money follows behind it because I think they really thinking that okay, we can still keep the audience. If they thinking they can still keep the audience, but I'm like, nah, I don't think
I
that
Woke
wonder.
happen
fatigue,
either.
baby, it's hitting the country. Woke fatigue is hitting the country.
I feel it. Hold on one second, guys. Shout
Yeah,
out to Albert. Shout out to Albert. He said a league with no attendance and TV ratings cannot compete with the middle and upper echelon of the WNBA with regards attendance of the top three teams: Valkyrie 18,000, Fever 16,000, Liberty 16,000. Okay. But the difference is Unrivaled don't got to pay for all these teams' private jet flights everywhere and all this other shit either though. That's that
But they want to start traveling.
overhead.
They
That
want to start
overhead get cut
traveling.
down. Well, they
It's
not
gonna
doing. Hey, look, it's a lot of people that want to lose weight. They ain't started yet. So hey, I don't want to hear about what you want to start doing.
tomorrow.
You know what I'm saying? But look, man, we gonna wrap it up there, man. I think we, man, Pope, you got my wheels. You and Pete, man, y'all got my wheels spinning, man.
What happened to
Definitely
the
got my
six
wheels
hours?
spinning
What
on
happened
this
to the 6 hour
situation.
show today?
Yeah, huh?
Why
6
you
hours.
advertising the 6 hour show?
Oh
It's
no,
only
I ain't
11 of
advertising
them.
no shit.
You said 6 hours at the beginning.
Nah, I said I
Yeah,
had
it
late.
says 6 hours.
Hell no, 6 hours. But
Let's
Hey,
see you
when the
guys
season
again.
end? I mean, when the playoffs start?
Playoffs start, I think, was it
We
over the
don't
weekend?
care.
And the reason why I say that because my mind, be honest with you, on sports wise, I'll probably be on it, but my mind, the world championships of track and field start this weekend, and my mind be totally tuned on that for that whole weekend, some change. There's a
So
couple of
so
people.
so WNBA playoffs start on. Damn, y'all starting the playoffs on Sunday? Yeah, ain't nobody gonna be watching that
Hold
shit.
on, come on,
Nope.
this Sunday coming up.
Yeah, they wilding. They wilding. Y'all wilding with
They
that.
got to start on a Monday or a Tuesday. If you think about it, start
They
on a
got
Tuesday.
games. I'm looking on the ESPN, and all of these say to be decided, which means the teams the bracket's not set yet. But it says Sunday, September 14th, and then there'll be games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Do
Yeah,
people know?
Unprecedented.
Did the WNBA know that at 4 o'clock Eastern, the Chiefs and the Eagles are playing? Like,
man.
they even
Listen,
look at stuff
it can
like
be
that.
the Browns versus who it could be the terrible Browns versus the terrible Titans. It don't matter. They like niggas
Hey
work
man,
in the NFL.
hey man, lay off my Titans. Though. We got a quarterback. We ain't got no receivers
I
though.
don't know. He is 12 for 25. Good luck, sir.
Dom,
He
did you
not,
see the game? No,
yeah, yeah, I
the
saw it. I
receivers are
know one
missing.
thing. I know
The
one
receivers
thing. I
missing.
have Jaden Daniels. He ain't Jaden Daniels yet. You know what I'm saying? He Cam
Man,
Ward got some work to do. But hey, good luck. I like him. I like him. I
man,
like him.
look who Cam Ward got who he got to throw it to. He
Yeah,
That's
got better
whatever.
that's
people
the
to throw
that's
it
the
to.
thing about the NFL, man. They promote the shield. You know what I'm saying? Not a player. They promote the shield, so it don't matter who
The
the hell is
WNBA
playing.
been trying. Don't nobody care.
Yeah.
At least with the NFL, it don't matter. Like you said, it could be Cleveland and Tennessee. People watching.
Yeah, that's a fact. But look, man, I appreciate all y'all guys. Pope, love, I appreciate you, bro.
Thanks,
Hey,
Pope.
I got one
Thanks,
last
Maurice.
question.
Find out we got to start ducking Pope throwing monkey wrenches in the whole shit.
Yeah.
Salute. Go ahead. Well, last one, Ant, before we
Hey,
get
do
out of
you
here.
think any of the WNBA players like on salary rise, just like on whoever they hire, when they max get for a season, I know they want to get this money, and then you just see somebody like old girl, Sabalenka, who just won the U.S. Open, just got 5 million just for one tournament. I know they look at stuff like that, man.
Well,
5 million just for one tournament,
stay
like
in your lane. Don't worry. Look. See,
but that's how they be
that's
though. But
where that. Hold on. Just be grateful. Y'all making six figures playing ball. They offering y'all $1 million contracts. Don't be counting other people's pockets. Hey, they
they
say
Yeah.
do.
comparison is the thief of all joy. What's yours is yours. What's theirs is theirs. Don't be comparing yourself to other people, man.
But I think a lot of them do though.
Yeah, that's the problem with
It sounds a lot like marriage.
them.
Man,
Salute y'all. Pete, I appreciate you, Jerry. Appreciate
Hey,
you as always.
Thanks, Maurice.
yo,
thank you,
catch you
man.
later.
Great show, great conversation.
Great
Yeah,
show,
your
great show.
questions were
Man.
fire tonight. Your questions were fire.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, all the mods. Retro, I seen you in there. Courtside, I seen you in there. Everybody in the chat, man. Cat Lady Michelle. Shout out to everybody, man. Much love. And me and Angry Fan will be live Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning. Yeah.
I ain't gonna be able to catch y'all. I bet. Yeah.
All right. Much love, y'all. Peace.
All
Have a
right, sweetheart.
wonderful
Take
night,
care.
everybody.